Alright guys, Ron here. We're going to go over this Hitfilm 4 Express again. I wasn't happy with yesterday's video, but it's a good intro to at least see if anybody was interested. So, best thing to do to get started, go to Google and look for it. Get Hitfilm free. See, that's an effect there. They call that the Iron Man effect. The HUD, heads up display. But that's something you can create completely on the system using their compositing. It's pretty impressive. Alright, so go here. Put in your email and they'll send you a download. And usually they send it in your email with a... I should do it from here actually. Yeah, so they'll ask to send you a download, then they'll ask you what do you like to do, so just check in what you like to do. And I'll go display name. I don't know if it'll let me do it since I've already done this a few times. If they send an email, that'll get your installer. You click that and you come back and you load the system. And once you load it, it'll put an icon on your. You can put it on your taskbar down here, or you can put it just in your desktop. So what they'll do is once you get it, you load it the first time, and they'll ask you to activate it, which is no big deal. So once you have it, you can start working. 1080 full, 2970. Now you can set your own templates here. You can go all the way up to 4K ultra high at 100 frames, as low as 24 frames, actually 23.975. And they got presets for GoPro, QHD, BMC, GoPro, Full HD, 1080, Instagram. And when you go to export, they also have presets for YouTube, Vimeo, all kinds of stuff. But so there you can also create your own. So I'm usually doing 1080-30. So there you go. So you go to trimmer, you go import. Now this is not my usual computer for editing, so I may switch to the other machine to show you guys some stuff. But basically, you grab your footage. There's a few ways to do it, but I just double click it and it comes in. And you can set your in and out points. Hey guys, Ron here. In and outs here. So in point here. And you can drag it and set your out point. And then you just bring it over to the timeline. Always leave a little space here, so if you want to move things around. And so here's your tools. That's your track tool, cutting tool. Your pointer's just for moving stuff around and assembling. So let's grab another piece. 16,000 miles. So we'll grab this, throw it over here. So it's already been, technically it's been assembled already. So you can actually leave it in cutting mode. You can cut, right click, and get rid of what it is that you don't want to use. That'll play that back in your output. I did my drone job today was ran like so that's where we assembled it. We can come over here to effects. You can do color grading, color correction, blurs, audio effects. So we'll go to transitions video and do a cross dissolve. Let's grab a cross dissolve right here and throw it in where we made that where we assembled this piece. And let's see if we got a cross. My drone job today was ran like crazy, so 15,000 miles. Perfect condition. The other thing you can do is grab another piece and you can put it up top on the timeline. and add it as a like a composite. You can composite it. Right click and cut this stuff away that you don't want. This way you can do some supers, some dissolves. You can. What's also interesting, you can your audio. You can separate the tracks. You can unlink. If you want to unlink this track, get rid of the audio, and put in your own audio. It keeps the video because you unlinked it. And so here we can do you can do effects and transforms from here between these two composites, and you can mess with your audio all you want. So that's the basics. Also, it's interesting. You can do instead of, if you don't have slow-mo, you didn't shoot slow-mo on your camera, you can right-click and you can do speed and change speed and duration. You can slow it down, or you can make it super fast motion. Whatever you want to do.
I did my drone job because it was raining like crazy, so
Okay, so here's an interesting thing. We have a space here, so if you use the ripple tool, we speeded it up, so it should be pretty good.
2 old guys, Iron Bar, INC at gmail.com. IronBarInc@gmail.com. Hey, it's Saturday. I didn't.
We can actually speed that up a whole bunch more. Speed duration. Let's give it 500%. $500 should be pretty quick. Okay.
My drone job because it was raining like crazy, so I.
At the same time, you can create a slow-mo.
Yeah, she's a winner.
This piece is normal, so we can go to speed duration, set that down to 10%. So now you're doing slow-mo, the audio is going to be bad, so you can drop this audio down to 0, or you can cut this away and unlink it and add an audio track. It's actually too slow. Let's bring it up a bit. So that's 35%. It's a little more smooth. So that's just a couple of things you can do off the timeline. Also, I find it's a lot easier to do a lot of the editing right here on the timeline. If you want to cut something, let's say you want to insert something, you can do it right here on the timeline. Just put your other piece here, and you can cut up pieces, move them around on the timeline while you're working, which makes it a lot easier. Take a piece out, put it over here for later, come back, get it, move it around, whatever you're doing, and like that. Alright, so we're going to go onto the other computer. Well, before we do that, let me show you about real quick on titling. So you come over here, by the way, media is your imports, effects, here's all your effects, controls. When you select an effect or something, you can pick, anchor point, position, scale, rotation, which is really fun. And set everything up here, scaling, positioning, all that good stuff. Opacity. Alright, so what we'll do is let's do some titles real quick. The best way to do that is go back to editor. Let's see, where am I? You can go to New, Composite Shot. Give it a name if you want. Make sure you're in the right template and size you want. You can put in the duration, but you don't need to. I got 30 seconds here. You don't really need to do that. Then you come over here and you can, a couple of different ways, but the easiest is here. You can just open a window and then put in your graphics or your text. Now you can highlight this and change the where's my text? Hidden over here. Come over to text. You can select the color. You can change the size. You can change the font. A lot of fonts. And once you like it, you can go back to editor. This is now a composite shot. If you go to your go back to your media, it's a composite shot. See what I need to do. Grab that. Let me close this guy. Sorry guys. You grab the composite shot and just stick it up here wherever you want. And then I still have the slow-mo and still have the crazy. Here you can go up here, undo. You can actually look at a timeline of everything you've done. History of effects and all that good stuff. And you can undo everything you've done or redo it. So if you make a mistake, not a big deal. So let's go back and create a new composite shot real quick. Again, it kept the font and the size we had from before. So we go back to media. We can go back to the editor and go to media and grab that, put it up wherever we want. We can change the size of it. And so now you can change the position, the opacity, the color, everything else as you're going. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Let's say that's long enough. You don't want more than that. So you just hit the cutting, slicing tool, cut away what you don't want, and that's the length you have. Plus we can bring the audio back up. See, I made a cut by mistake, so come up here and back it out. And go back to the pointer and bring the audio back up. Just ambient sound. See, I'm in the red here, so I got the gain too high. You can also cut audio and do fades and all kinds of effects there too. So that's the basic stuff. Then once you have what you have together, you can come over here and you have to tell it you want to export it, then pick out your own whatever you the preset if you want to do YouTube 1080, whatever it is. and you tell it over here to export. What it'll do is it'll save it. It'll export it in your. That's interesting. It says it's 4 minutes and 59 seconds long. So I'll have to start exporting. And it'll export it and put it in your desktop. So that's the basics, guys. Close this up and you can discard the project. And we'll switch over to the other system and actually put something together. Maybe we'll put this video together. Alright guys, I'll be back. Interlude, little PC porn. So what I did on this one, I put some LEDs hidden behind the graphics card so it's not a blaring bright thing. And I put some are in the inside, in the chassis, so all the vent holes behind the fans, all that lights up nicely. And it's got a nice remote control. $15, $16 LED kit. Made in our favorite place, of course, Chinese special, but really well made. Alright guys, so let's go switch over to this other computer and continue from there. Also, I neglected to mention, very important, when you set up editing and you first create your first file with it, always give it a name so, you know, on the rare instance that Windows crashes, it has been known to happen. You don't lose all your data, you can go recover it. Because that can be a pain in the neck, let me tell you. I'll show you that in a second. Alright guys. Alright guys, so this is the editing system I use. It's an AMD 7870K. It's a good chip. And this system has a 3 terabyte hard drive, an SSD. And I use this 1 terabyte external hard drive. I store everything external, pretty much. And the SSD has nothing on it. It uses absolutely nothing but Windows operating system and utility stuff, startup stuff. So the system stays quick, never loads up, no bloatware, nothing like that. So let me show you what we're doing. Also, when I bring in data, video images, it's usually SD card with a reader, and I use a dongle on the USB port for Wi-Fi, and that's it. She's tremendous that way. There's nothing on there. That doesn't go out on the internet for YouTube. It doesn't go out and play games. It doesn't load up any software. It's just video and photographs. And no surfing with that either. I'll be back. Sorry about the wind noise, but it's hot again. I got the AC going, and this guy's got a bunch of fans going. But it's not that bad. Let me know if it's annoying or not. Alright? Alright. Back. Oh yeah, just wanted to mention this guy's got a wireless dongle in there. It's got a hardwired mouse and a microphone, so any voice stuff you can do, it picks up really nicely. Always good to have. Alright, so let's see what we got. And you got blurs. Blurs are nice. Lens blur is nice. You can add that. Oh, it's a layer. Let's do diffuse. Let's add a mosaic. Little twirl effect. I mean, you pretty much can do whatever you want. It's just pretty unlimited. You can undo with the undo arrow. Heat distortion is nice. It's nice if you've got a hot summer day and you're driving and you want to show the kind of like an effect like that. A little Spielberg effect. Let's get rid of that. Witness protection, that's one of my favorites. Check it out. Witness protection is nice. It's you can take something and blur it out, whoever it is. See? Right here. It could be a person's face, you can blur them out. So, I mean, it's unlimited how much potential there is. It's just insane. Especially for free. So, go get your own copy and start editing. Learn to edit. It's nothing like it.
It's fucking nuts here in this car.
It's like therapy, you know? You can sit and edit all night. Nobody bothers you. When you get done, you create something nice. Like, you know that little intro I got in the, here, I'll show you. That stupid little intro, I gotta make a new one. Let me see, that intro is 16 seconds long. And it took, probably took 3 hours to make. Probably more than that. Because it's a composite of a lot of stuff. Let me get rid of this and get all the stuff out of the way. This little intro right here, 16 seconds long. Probably 5.5 hours to make that 16-second spot. And it's not genius work or anything, it's just basic POV, you know, point of view type stuff. Film noir style. Anyway guys, hope you like this a little better. Yesterday's video was just something thrown together quick just to get you guys interested in editing and that you can do your own thing. And thanks for bearing with me. I'll discard all this crap and we'll see you guys later. Let's see what we got in here. Nothing exciting. Alright guys. See you later. Out for now. Happy flying. Ciao baby.